Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Today's episode is from the bottom to the top. Hello, everybody. It's a warm welcome to episode 135 of From the Bottom to the Top, where we manage Weymouth, who were originally in the National League South and brought them all the way up to the Premier League. Apologies for the little gaps in between this series. As you well know, we've had problems with, first of all, the computer, and then subsequently we had a little bit of a problem with the OneDrive. And I don't know, for you techie people out there, the OneDrive seems to drive the bit that works Football Manager, the game, and I couldn't get it to work at the back end of last week when I wanted to record, so it all went a bit out the window, so shall we say. But we are back. Hopefully, we will get back to normal cycle now with this one in place. We will then get, we've got Going Dutch to finish, and of course, we've got to finish this series as well. My name's Mark, and on today's episode, we have for you two games. It's Premier League Match Day 23, as we face West Ham United, currently bottom of the Premier League. Can we pick up 3 points? I sincerely hope so. It would be rather splendid if we could, to add to our tally for the season. And then we have Queen's Park Rangers coming to the new Bob Lucus in FA Cup, a fourth round, as we try and progress to the fifth. Right, because we've had a little bit of a gap, let's just have a quick update on what's been happening in the series so far. Of course, last time out, it was Chelsea, a 3-0 loss, and managed to 0-0 at half-time, and then it all went a bit wonky after that. But having beaten by Manchester United 7-0 earlier in the season at Old Trafford, we did manage to hold them to a 0-0 draw, picking up another point in the Premier League against the mighty Man United. Today, as I said, we face West Ham, currently bottom of the table. We're travelling to the Trevor Brooking Stadium for that one. And I think I might have mentioned on a previous episode that we would be going to the London Stadium, the Olympic Stadium. But of course, well, I don't say of course, but in this sphere, by January 3rd, 2031, they've moved to another new stadium. So they are in a new stadium. Looks like it's got a roof as well. But that's beside the point. So we're going there today. And as I say, Queen's Park Rangers coming to visit us. And we have history against Queen's Park Rangers, albeit all just 2 games in one season in the Championship. More about that in due course. Quick look at the Premier League. And we can establish where we had got to at the end of the last episode in 15th place. Not having a good time of it. But the only consolation is we are some 7 points clear of Brentford, who are currently in 18th place, and we are adrift at the top of the table, quite substantially, in fact, by 17 points over Liverpool in the European places. But when you actually look at it, evaluate, I think we are only 6 points. 6 points adrift of Brighton, who are in 8th place. Just need to string some wins together. Win would be good. So that's where we're at as it currently stands. Arsenal on top. Arsenal are the champions going into this season. They are top on 54. Chelsea second on 52. Man United third on 46. And Aston Villa are fourth on 44. That's how it all stands going into today's games. I don't think there's a great deal else to tell you, in which case we will get on with it. And we will have our first game against West Ham United at the Trevor Brooking Stadium when they came to visit back in September, early September, near the start of the season. We managed to beat West Ham 4-2 on that occasion. Wakachu scoring 2 goals, James DeBayo scoring 2 goals. I'm guessing James DeBayo's were from corners. Tamada and Walford getting 2 back for West Ham after we'd taken a 3-0 lead. But luckily, DeBayo getting his second and our fourth meant that it was a comfortable win come the end. So we'll be looking to see if we can replicate that feat again in today's game. So here we are. This is the team that will face West Ham at the Trevor Brookings Stadium. And it's a familiar side. I'm not sure why we're balanced, to be fair. I'm thinking we should be positive. I'm not quite sure why that changed. Fredroshenko is in goal. It's Joe, Olsen and De Beo. Our defensive line, Pedersen and whoever our wing backs. O'Grady Macken sitting in that defensive midfielder role, playing as a roaming playmaker. Derry and Emery are the wide players with Twine sat behind Phil Sager up front. And the bench looks like this. It's Winterbottom, G, Tanner, Batty, Russell Denny, Patterson, Wakachu, Aponte, and Ty Clark. And here we are at the Trevor Brookings Stadium. They've only won one of their last 5, playing a 4-2-3-1 today. Ribeiro leading the attack. We've only won one of our last 5 as well, but we have drawn 2 of them. Back to our familiar formation. They are currently 20th on 12 points. We are 15th on 23. Playing in our away kit today. And it's Ribeiro that gets us underway. And he's passed it back to Pizarro. Gomez on the ball now. Through to Kudos. Danger early to hit doors here. Barrett Diaz. Barrett Diaz gets his crossing. We're in trouble. Malaysia. Diaz. And that's cut out. Luckily, Twine there managing to get it away. 14 minutes on the clock. Free kick to West Ham just inside their half. Kudos has picked up an injury. Ibanez. Gomez. Aguirre. Made to shuffle backwards. Alvarez. All the way back to Adrison. Twine trying to cut that out. Nearly did. But Grady Macken will cut that one out. Plays it back to Fredroshenko. To Joe. Joe to Grady Macken, and he makes a mistake. And he score from it. And Mohamed Kudos, his 3rd goal of the season. And it was a mistake from O'Grady Macken that undid the door for them. It was played back to Fedorchenko, who played it to Joe. Joe to O'Grady Macken, and it sort of let it go behind him for some reason. Come off the back of his heels, I think, and Kudos was very cute and very quick to get a shot away, and Fedorchenko partially unsighted as it hits the top corner. Kudos on the ball again, 18 minutes on the clock. Olsen cutting it out this time. It's whoever. De Beo. Can't find a way through. He's gone all the way back to Fedorchenko again. We know what happened last time. Joe. Out wide to Pedersen. Pedersen finds O'Grady Macken. Unlike O'Grady Macken to make a mistake, but he has. Twine. Whoever. Goke to Pedersen. Joe. O'Grady Macken. Pedersen. Pedersen pulls it back for Derry. Derry takes a shot, but it's wide. 28 on the clock. Gomez with a throw in. Back to Gomez. Ibanez. Pizarro. And it's gone wide. 35 minutes nearly on the clock. Twine with a corner. Twine. This one deep back post. Oh, I'm not sure if that come back off the woodwork or goalkeeper saved it. I think it's gone for another corner. It has indeed. And Twine will get a second bite at the cherry here. This one flung in. It's headed back out again. And that first one, the question whether it went over the line. Let's hope FM 26 does something better than this. And at half-time, it's a very close match. We've had our chances. We've had 3 shots, 2 on target, 0.26 on the XG, and 43% of the possession. They've had 3 shots, 2 on target, 0.20 and 57% of the possession. Basically, at half-time, the only difference is the fact that O'Grady Macken made a mistake. And the second half's underway. They've made 3 changes at half-time, including taking off Ribeiro and brought on David Washington. Pedersen, Joe finds Olsen. Olsen threads that through to Derry. O'Grady Macken through to Twine. Twine, a nice first touch. He has a shot, and the goalkeeper got rid. That was going in, and if Scott Twine had scored then, that would have been absolutely splendid. He has a corner, though. Can we profit from this corner? Swung in, looking for DeBeo, but it's taken away from him. No, there was a foul on that last highlight, and DeBeo picked up a yellow card as a consequence of it. I think there was a bit of pushing and argy-bargy going on there. 51 minutes on the clock. Whoever with a throw-in to Goke, to whoever looking for a way through. O'Grady Macken pulls it back. Goke crossed this in. Yes! Goalkeeper came, didn't make it, and there's a question over something or other, and Sega puts it away. Will it count? It is a goal, and we have levelled it on 52 minutes. Whoever, and O'Grady Macken, Goke crosses, goalkeeper comes out for it, and Sega gets, there was no issue there, I think, because the goalkeeper went to ground. But Sega got his head to it and diverted it into the back of the net. We'll see it again. Not quite sure what the issue was. It was a question of offside, but he's definitely not offside. And highlight from the restart, which means one or two things. Always a worry. Moving up to 14th as it stands at the minute, but we really need to sort this out first before we get ahead of ourselves. Oh, that one over the top, thankfully. Grady Macken heads it down, but nobody on the end of it. And they do a little bit of tidying up. Pizarro. Gomez. Kudos. But, Kudos, poor ball in the end. Grady Macken and Joe working together. Twine looking for Sega, but was cut out by the defender. One over the top. Washington looked to be offside, but it was a save by Fedoshenko anyway, and it is offside. He was definitely offside when this ball was played. .57 minutes on the clock. Pedersen with a throw in. Joe threads it through. Sega looked like he was about to pull the trigger. Whoever does, but puts it wide. Nearly 60 minutes on the clock, coming up to the hour mark. DeBeo. Olsen threads that through to Derry. Out wide to Pedersen. He's got defenders around him. Cross it in. Sega got a boot to it, but puts it wide. And a chance goes begging. And this is chances that we could do without going begging. Crossed in. And Sega really just didn't get anything on that at all, did he? And with 63 minutes on the clock, making 3 changes at this juncture in time. Jesse Derry has not had a fantastic day. He's replaced by Travis Patterson. We have replaced Scott Twine, who's picked up an injury. It's not showing as an injury on here, but injured and feels he could shake it off. I presume he's only just recently taken a knock, but we're going to take him off anyway. And we have replaced him with Daniel Batty. And the final change on this section is Yana, whoever, not having such a good day, albeit it didn't look too bad on there. He's replaced by George Tanner. 66 on the clock, throw in for West Ham. Idrelson. Cut out by Batty. Patterson is out there. Patterson keeps hold of the ball, but I thought he'd lost it. O'Grady Macken finds Batty. Batty threads it through to Goke and Batty. Sega! 10th goal of the season, and what a well-worked goal. And Batty was instrumental in that. He played that around very nicely. O'Grady Macken, Batty picks it up. Batty to Goke. Batty then out to Pedersen. Pedersen swings that in. And a bit of luck, I guess, from Sega, but come off the defender's bottom. And with 77 minutes on the clock, making one more change at this juncture of time. we have taken off O'Grady Macken, who is tiring. He's had a mediocre day today, I would suggest, and he's replaced by Reece Russell Denny. Pedersen tried to get that ball through and didn't, and they're coming away with it. Cut out by Pedersen, very good. Olsen, Russell Denny, can we make this comfortable? No, because Russell Denny's had it taken off him. And, ball back, Gomez, Alvarez, but that one well over the top. They have a free kick. Kudos. Musa into the area, and they've equalised. And Gume gets the equaliser. Disappointing. We weren't awake at this free kick, and it's cost us dearly. Kudos into Musa. Musa into the area, and Agume just directs it away from Fedoshenko. 86 on the clock. Olsen with a free kick. It goes out wide to Tanner. Tanner, can he get this ball into the area? That's what we want him to do. No, he's pulled it back. De Bayo is there. Bayo inside to Reece Russell. Denny puts it wide. They have a free kick. Don't let them win this game. Over the top of everybody to Batty. Batty comes away with it. Batty now. Just get rid of that ball, Batty. Oh, man. Pedersen plays it forward to Patterson. Patterson into the area. Patterson's on his own. Is that a goal? Saved by the goalkeeper. Gone for a corner. Goke will take an outswinger. Outswinger looking for a defender. Reece Russell Denny back across. Pedersen! Oh, I thought that had gone in. We've got another corner on this side. Familiar territory for Goke. Goke swings it in. It's headed clear. Cross back in. Ooh, living on their nerves, West Ham. Patterson looking the better team at the end of this game. Swept in, but nobody there. And it's gone for a throw. They have a free kick. Musa. Oh, it's come off the wood, but I thought it'd gone in. Deary me. Sega clears it upfield. Still time for something. Russell Denny. Russell Denny puts it out. Tanner is going to get there. Just into the area, Tanner. Crossed in. And an offside. We've managed to get a draw against West Ham. It's another point on the board. But a game we should have won, really, I suggest. We've had 12 shots, 7 on target, 1.80, 42% of the possession. Had a boatload of people booked, mind you. 2, 4, 5, quite a few. But we got our noses in front through Phil Seeger, who scored 2 goals on a 67. But not being awake at a free kick meant Agume could score on 86 and give West Ham the win. They had 11 shots, 6 on target, 1.13 and 58% of the possession. It's not been a bad day at the office, but it could have been better. Phil Seeger picking up a player of the match for 1 key pass and his 2 goals. Well, the day's results have ended like this, and this is how we go. At the top of the table, Arsenal only managed a 2-2 draw against Fulham. Fulham took the lead on 13 minutes. They equalised. Arsenal equalised on 41. Saka gave them the lead early in the second half, only for Neto to get the equaliser on 83 minutes from Fulham. Manchester United beating Leicester 3-0. Leicester remain in the bottom 3 and has, in a way, has helped us out a little bit. Newcastle beating Southampton by 5-2. And of course, our 2-2 draw against Weymouth. Tottenham and Crystal Palace, Sunderland and Manchester City have to play later. We'll go back with those results in just a moment. And Chelsea, Brighton, which doesn't really affect us. Brentford and Bournemouth, who are near the bottom, could have a little bit of an impact on us, but we'll see how that one materialises as it comes about. All to say is that with Arsenal only drawing with Fulham, does give Chelsea the chance to get on level terms with them, albeit will stay in second on goal difference, but it means that they will be able to get on level terms with them on points, and also open a 6-point gap up between the pair of them and Manchester United. We move up into 13th place by virtue of picking up another point. We are now just 5 points adrift of Brighton. It's madness, really, isn't it? We're closer to the top than we are to the bottom right now, because I don't want to jump to conclusions, but Bournemouth, Brentford have to play. Brentford, in fact, would still have a game in hand, and Leicester, having lost, they'd still have a game in hand as well, mind you. So there is a bit of room for manoeuvre down there, but as it currently stands, we are a tidy 8 points clear of that drop zone. And the wider the gap at the bottom, the better it is for us. Right, we'll come back in just a moment with an update on the scores: Tottenham, Crystal Palace, Sunderland and Manchester City. Well, one result affects us, one result doesn't dramatically. The result that does affect us: Tottenham 2, Crystal Palace 1. Crystal Palace stay below us, so you haven't pushed us down the table. Crystal Palace losing there, which means they stay on 23 points. They could have overtaken us if they'd had a draw. Or, no, a draw probably would have left them sort of somewhere behind us. But, yeah, anyway, as it turns out, they are still behind us. And that is suitable to us. Sunderland, Manchester City beating Sunderland by 2-1. Manchester City move up into 5th place on 45 points. Sunderland remain in 11th on 27 points. Right, we have 7 days down to the game against Queen's Park Rangers. We'll come back just ahead of that, of any news. And also, of course, we'll be looking to see how we've got on against Queen's Park Rangers before. Well, you've come back to join me on match day before we look at the match ahead against Queen's Park Rangers. Round up on the results that happened on the Sunday after our game. Brighton beating Chelsea, which means Chelsea don't go on parity with Arsenal. Beaten by Brighton by 2-1. And then Bournemouth, who are below us in 17th place, they beat Brentford by 2-1 also, which does mean that they have opened a 6-point gap up over Brentford, Leicester in that drop zone, but they have closed the gap on us to just 2 points now. So it's just 2 points between us and that trapdoor. But as I say, we still have that 8-point gap between us and Brentford, Leicester in the relegation zone, albeit they both have a game in hand over us. So that might only be 5 points. But even so, it's still a couple of wins as it currently stands. So that's where we are. Up to date then, we can bring you news. We are playing Queen's Park Rangers in this FA Cup 4th round. Can we get into the 5th round? We will be without James DeBeo, who is suspended. Stefan Adamson picking up a training injury, a pulled groin. He's out for a few days, so he missed this game. But a previous against Queen's Park Rangers, last time they played at the new Bob Lucas, the only time they played at the new Bob Lucas, we beat them 6-0. Nzingo getting a brace. Travis Patterson, Harley O'Grady-Macken, Wakachu and Russell Denny, all scorers on that occasion as we went to town on them. And then later in the season, towards the end of the season, when we played them at their place, we beat them 3-1. Jesse Derry on 25, an equaliser from Himbry on 64, but it was Phil Seeger on 86 and an own goal from Carter on 88, which gave us a 3-1 win. Probably just sort of made it look a bit easier than it was, but a result nonetheless. So it would be good to get a result and progress to the 5th round if we possibly could. Let's go and have a look at the team that will face Queen's Park Rangers at the new Bob Lucas. And here is the team that faces Queen's Park Rangers in this Emirates FA Cup 4th round tie. And we're looking to progress to the 5th round. And this is the side that we hope will do it. Fedorchenko continues in goal. It's a flat back four this time. We've got Pedersen, G, Olsen, and whoever as our defensive line. G and Olsen in that central defence. Reece Russell-Denny and Daniel Batty are the two midfielders, with three attacking midfielders, Derry, Wakachu and Goke. And Ty Clark gets a start up front in place of the rested Phil Seeger. The bench looking like this then. It's a Winterbottom, Joe, Henry Lawrence, O'Grady Macken, Scott Twine, Patterson, Darcy, Aponte and Sega. James DeBeo is on the bench today, not on the bench, not in the squad today, as he is suspended. And here we are back at the new Bob Lucus. Only one of our last five, drawn two, lost two, playing this revised formation. They've only won one of their last five. Pretty much a similar form as us. They're playing a 4-2-3-1 today. Playing in their hoops. And they get us underway. Rangfo getting us going. Fouls on as they come into our half. Bell throwing on that far side. Whoever to Olsen. Olsen. And he goes all the way back to Fedorchenko, who finds Billy G. Olsen. Very gentle build up. Olsen. Batty. Batty tried to thread that through to Russell Denny, but it was a poor ball. And that one through, but cut out by Olsen. Well cut out. Goke through to Wakachu. Wakachu starts today. Ball into the area, but defender there. G picking that one up. Through to Russell Denny. Russell Denny has a shot from distance, just a little wide. Or did it take a deflection? It took a deflection. Jesse Derry then with the corner. Going to be an in-swinger. This one deep, back post. Goalkeeper punches away, and it's gone for another corner. Goke with this one. What's he going to do? Swings it in. Goalkeeper comes out and collects. Whoever with a free kick. 17 minutes on the clock. To Batty, who blasts it over. They have a free kick inside the D. It's got a deflection off of the wall. The wall doing its job. And it's gone for a corner to Queen's Park Rangers. Fell's on to the near post, but G gets a boot there. Derry is away. What can Derry do? What can Derry do? That's a rhyming whatever. Goke chips this one in, looking. Another corner, 25 on the clock. Jesse Derry. This one to the back post. Goalkeeper not getting there this time. Wakachu tracks back. Olsen, he was up for the corner. Olsen, what's Olsen going to do? He's going to chip it into the area. Again, nobody there. Pedersen, Batty, G, finds whoever threads that through to Goke. Goke chipping it in. Oof. I think that was Batty. Possibly. No, it was Derry that headed it and goalkeeper collecting. Chance goes begging. And we've had our chances, just not made the most of them. This one, probably the best of all. Derry not getting a lot of power on it. Corner from the other side. Goke with this corner. Okay, near post, headed away. Batty is there to tidy up. Batty to Goke. Goke to Derry. Derry keeps it in. Back to Goke. And Goke gets his 6th goal of the season. And we take the lead on the half-hour mark. And it was a well-worked goal in the end. This ball coming out after the corner to Batty. Batty back to Goke. Goke puts it in. Derry kept it in, played it back to Goke. And Goke, from a very deft angle, puts it in the side netting. They have a throw-in. We're in the minute added on at the end of this first half. Don't let them equalise. Bell, saved by Fedorchenko. Half-time has arrived, and We're duly in front. They've had 2 shots, 1 on target, 0.18, 49% of the possession. We've had 6 shots, 4 on target. We should be further in the lead, really. 0.58 on the XG and 51% of the possession. Goal from Goke on 30 minutes gives us the lead at half time. Can we capitalise in the second? And it's Ty Clark getting us underway in this second half. Reece Russell-Denny, no changes made at half time. Pedersen to Derry. Batty to G. G looking for a way through. Finds Batty in midfield. Wakachu, who didn't have control of that ball, lost it. Kick inside our half. 52 on the clock. But it was 2-0. Olsen. Goke. Again, very sloppy first touch. And they've got the ball back. We need a second. All the while there's only one in it. It's danger time. That one going through to Fedorchenko. Billy G. Batty. Batty is a good outlet. Goke. This time it's brought down. Wakachu has a shot and it's gone for a corner. Okay. Can we capitalise on these corners? Swung in. It's bobbling around there. Derry to Batty. Back to Goke. Goke crosses it deep, but it's gone for a goal kick. 62 o'clock coming with a free kick. One fallen down. Bell. It's gone out wide. Crossed into the area, but G cuts that out. Pedersen. G. Russell-Denny. Pedersen along the line to Derry. Derry coming forward now. Cross that into midfield, but nobody there, and Falzon is on it. And they've got an overlap here. Doughty. Cross this in, but straight into them. Nobody couldn't make contact with it. Fedorchenko gets hold of the ball. Doherty, but tame in the end. Pedersen with a throw in. Doherty is off. I think it was Doherty come on. Maybe Doherty's come on. Pedersen. Batty through to Wakachu. Goke's round his man, and that was going in. Goalkeeper coming, saving the day for Queen's Park Rangers. It's a corner on that far side. Jesse Derry to take. One cross deep. Headed away. And with 65 minutes on the clock, making 2 changes at this juncture in time. Reece Russell-Denny is off. He's been replaced by O'Grady Macken. And the other change that we have made is we've taken Ty Clark off and brought on Phil Seeger. Okay, with a free kick, 67 on the clock. Okay, crosses it deep. Oof, that nearly went in, but it was cleared off the line. Derry will recycle. Derry comes forward. Derry crosses in deep, but defended. Batty. Whoever. Olsen comes forward, and Olsen is in a position to cross. Does cross deep, back post, but it's headed over by Derry. We'll see how this stayed out. It was headed back in by, I'm not sure who's on this this post here, but goalkeeper, in fact, I think come off the post and fired away. Sager couldn't get on the end of it. With 75 minutes on the clock, making just one more change. Jesse Derry, who is tiring, he's had a good game, but he has been replaced by Scott Twine. Edison with a throw in, Wakachu, and player brought down, nothing given. Batty, whoa, that got a deflection. It's gone for a corner. So no penalty given. They're making more changes. Goke with this one. Goke deep back post, and Olsen heading it over. 87 on the clock, and Queen's Park Rangers with a throw in. And Yika Out to Doherty. Doherty has a shot, but Fedorchenko, that was going in. Fedorchenko getting a hand to it, pushing it wide, saving us. And it would have been good to have had a second goal to make this comfortable. Danger still ensues. Doherty swung in. It's not cleared. It is now. And that's going for a throw. Edison with a throw in to Wakachu. G. Edison. Being forced back at the minute. G. Batty. Twine. O'Grady Macken. G. Goes all the way back to Fedorchenko. Fedorchenko to Batty. Batty comes forward now into Queen's Park Rangers half, and that was a poor ball from Batty. Cut out by Goke. Saved Batty's blushes. Goke. No way through there. Whoever. Back to Batty. Batty to Wakachu, who puts it away. Question of offside, and I think he was. If he's not, we've sealed the game. It is disallowed. He was offside. But Wakachu had Queen's Park Rangers hearts in mouth. There he is. And Batty pays this ball. Wakachu's in an offside position. Ensuing free kick. Out by Batty. Whoever. O'Grady Macken finds Sega. Sega goes out wide. And Twine has got there. Twine plays it into the area, but thwarted in our attack. And I think there's a free kick coming. There is. And who's standing over this? It is Scott Twine. He has been known to score from here. This time it's played out a Batty. Hits a defender. Batty's going to get there. And it's all over. We are in the 5th round of the FA Cup. And Emre Goke picking up a player of the match. 4 key passes, 1 clear-cut chance, and a goal. All to his name. And he's won us the game. And we've played reasonably well today. I quite like that. 15 shots, 7 of which are on target, 50%. 1.41 and 59% of the possession. They had 4 shots, 2 of which were on target in the end. 0.70 and 41% of the possession. It looks like we're going to start the next episode with a 5th round draw. One result in the Premier League to talk about. So Newcastle have beaten Brighton by 4-0. Newcastle move up into 5th place on 46 points. Brighton are in 8th on 32, an 8-point gap between them and the European places as it stands. Right, a 5th round tie to come towards the end of February. A little bit of a time to go between now and then. As we've overcome Queen's Park Rangers, can we get a plum draw to move into the quarterfinals? Let's hope so. We come back, though, for 2 Premier League games. It's Premier League match day 24 and 25. One at the Bob Lucas, one at Craven Cottage, where we play Fulham. So those 2 games come up in the next episode. We might have to skip along a little bit. We'll see. Before FM 26 comes out, but with Going Dutch nearly finished, I suggest we may go to 2 episodes a week of From the Bottom to the Top to get us to the end of the season, just in time for FM 26 to come out. So that's the next episode. See if we can put some more points on the board, open that gap between us and the bottom lot, and in a way secure our place in the Premier League for another season. Can we do it? Stay tuned and you should find out in due course. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, please leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. It's the only way to keep up to date with what's happening in FM26 when it's released. Obviously, our new saves and all the rest of it. And of course, I will be dropping some hints in the very near future. Of course, by hitting the notification button, it'll also keep you up to date with this series and our other series, Going Dutch, as I say, which is coming to its culmination. Hopefully, we'll get episodes out on both next week. and then we'll draw the Going Dutch to a conclusion, albeit there will be sporadic episodes featuring the tactics that I'm trying to testing out with the Going Dutch side Volvic. More about that if you stay tuned to the Going Dutch channel. New episodes at bottom to the top released hopefully every Thursday going forward, computer problems permitting, and the best way of keeping up to date, so you know when we're doing all this stuff with FM26. If I've got problems with computers and also all sorts of things, the best thing to do is follow me on X at JustOffside2. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It'll be episode 136. It may well follow this episode fairly closely, so stay tuned. Till then, bye-bye.